let's start tying the here's Mayfly Nymph for the Natural Mayfly Nymph. What we're going to do is we're going to tie 3 times forward and then go back 1, 2, 3, 4 times or 3 times, and then you start going back. The place to stop your thread to going back is right across where the barb of the hook is. Where the barb is, right across it you want to stop your thread. Then you know you're right at the back. Then we're going to take our hackle. I'm going to use Coq de Leon. We're going to take 4 or 5 hackle fibers of Coq de Leon, and that will be sufficient for the tail. The actual Mayfly Nymph only have 3 fibers, and we want to imitate that. The reason why it takes a bit more is for if you take the hook out of fish's mouth, then you've got 1 or 2 extra if one breaks off or 2 breaks off. They tend to break off when you take it out of the fish's mouth. Okay. So take that, tie that in at the shank. What you want to check is that the length of the hackles must be the length of the shank. I make it a bit longer. You can even make it a bit shorter. There you go, that's in. Then we're going to tie in our copper wire for the ribbing. 1 piece of medium copper wire, tie that in, and then we're going to tie in the flusher bow. The flusher bow, I want it to sit right on top, snug on top of the fly. You don't want to sit on the sides or on anywhere else but on top of the fly. So that's going to be your flash. Okay, right there on top. I'm going to tie that in, make sure everything is nice. Okay, cut off the excess. Right, then we're going to put our double our dubbing on. I'm going to use the harder hair of the rabbit. What you want to do is you want to tie it in sparsely. That is the key to this fly, is to dub it in very, very sparse. You don't want clumps, you want it to be even. You want it to go thin from this side where the fly is to thick to the back. You want to noodle it a bit thicker so that you've got a tapered body, but very, very sparsely though. Alright, that looks sufficient. Then we're going to tie that in. Very important that you tie in your dubbing shoulder to shoulder, leaving no gaps. Okay, and then you want to check, you want to go just past the half of the body, just past that. Now we're going to tie in our flash. Take the flash, tie that in on top. Make sure it's nice and right on top. I'm going to take our copper wire. I'm going to make 3 small turns at the back here, and then 3 bigger ones to the front. So there's the first one, second one, third one, and then 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to tie that off. Okay, and cut off the excess of both. Then we're going to take our turkey and take about 12 fibers of turkey. You can see I've got the thicker stems this side and the thinner stems on this side. I'm going to cut off the thinner, I'm going to turn it around, I'm going to cut off the thinner parts here, and I'm going to use that for my wing case. To make sure that the wing case is nicely flared open and it's not sitting on a clump. Then I'm going to take my hare's ear. I'm going to take the hard hair of the hare's ear, okay, because that will look like legs and a good thorax. And I'm also going to dub that in, but not tight. I'm going to make that loose so that the hair sticks out and stands out in all directions. bit bushy tailed, and that will look like good legs. Alright, and then what I do is I'll go back with my dubbing over the body, and then I'll go forward, and you will see the profile. I'll keep it very small. I won't make a big head. You don't want to make it look like a matchstick. You want it to keep the profile of the body. Okay, and then I'll pull my thorax over, just make sure it's on top there, and tie that in. And then the nice thing that I do that I like is I pull this back and I tie that off, and then I snip it off. Okay, and I'll make a small knot, and then I will take my coloring pen, my marker, and I will make the cotton brown, because I'm using one color of cotton for all my flies. Then I'll put on glue, and I'm not going to put glue right on top of the fly, otherwise the fly absorbs the thorax absorbs the fly, the glue. I will put the glue on top of the cotton, and then I'll tie it in, and that stops the glue sucking into the thorax. I'll first make a few turns, get it there. Once the glue is on the head, then I'll make my knot and not finish it off. Okay, and that is sufficient. And before I cut it off, I will take my velcro and I will velcro the thorax just a little bit. To give you that legs out. The other thing you can do is you can take your needle and scratch it out. Okay, and then I'll cut off my thread, and there you go. Got one. Okay, so that's what it looks like at the back. Very neat fly, and that's what it looks like from the bottom. There you've got your ears mayfly. Thanks guys, my name is Ron Kuchlenberg from Rapid Hunter Yellowfish Guided Safaris and Ron Fish Flies. Thanks for joining my video.